My name is Michael Potts, and I live on a Scepter 36-foot sailboat that I've sailed all the way from Toronto down the eastern seaboard into Miami and across and into the Bahamas. You can watch these videos by clicking the link in the top right screen. In the last video, we left Nassau, went into Chub Key, and got into the ocean's tongue in an attempt to escape some storms that were surrounding me. In this video, we cross the Great Bahama Bank, where I get knocked over in a storm. We go to Bimini, and upon my return to the USA, I get searched by the CBP, the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Agency.
All right, I have here a 25-cent Canadian coin, and there's North Light right there. And I'm gonna throw it in the water. It'll be here forever. Ready? And just for good measure, we'll throw a American one in too. Here we go. It's just for good luck coming across the bank. Hey, we got a powerboat here. Nice. A powerboat towing a powerboat. Yeah, he's probably doing, I don't know, maybe 15 knots, 10 knots, 15 knots. So he'll get to Chub Key before dark, like no problem, right? It would take me another 5 hours to get back there. So 70 more nautical miles to go across the Great Bahama Bank towards Bimini. Let's do it. All right, so 5 years ago, we're gonna celebrate right now. My buddy Marcus gave me this like 5 years ago, and I didn't find the right time to open it. I was gonna do it on camera, like on a live stream or something, but anyway, thank you, Marcus Jag. I'm so happy I got the inverter working. That I mean, that changes everything. So we'll be able to upload a video. I thought I had to go back to the US to get one. Very, very happy. All right, let's open this. Ooh, it smells nice. Oh, cheers, Marcus Jag. Cheers, Marcus Jag. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah. So, sun just went down. We're in the middle of the bank. Mackie Shoals is right over there. My dinner's cooked, and I'm ready to drop the hook. You can drop the hook anywhere in the bank in these conditions. I mean, it is a bit swelly, but it's not the end of the world. So in the morning, we have to make a big decision. Shall we go to Freeport, or should we go to Bimini? Bimini is, in my opinion right now, I'm thinking is a better option, just because it's so much easier to provision. Freeport is a big, huge container ship port. I don't even know if you're allowed to anchor there. I'm pretty sure you are. But it's a pain in the ass to provision. Yeah. And you know, at this point, I'm committed to heading north, out of the hurricane season. That's our mission in the next few videos here. And you'll be surprised. Like, you know, before we know it, I want to do my longest passage out at sea ever coming up. And then this boat needs to be, I need to haul out, guys. I need to paint the bottom. I need to fix this boat. She's taken 7 months of daily sailing. Speed. So without further ado, I'm gonna enjoy the middle of the Bahama Bank tonight, watch the stars, and in the morning we'll make a decision as to what we're gonna do next. So I changed my mind, and I didn't anchor at Mackie Shoals. And the reason is because some really good wind came up, and now we're doing like six and a half knots, which is crazy. I mean, the hull of this boat is absolutely caked with weeds growth, so I mean, it's crazy, man. Look at that. I mean, we're just flying along here. So we just passed Mackie Shoals, or we're just passing it now. So it's really what I was worried about. So we're all right. I mean, I set the alarm for every 45 minutes and I have to look around and check everything. I kind of zone out. That's my routine right now. We'll be there by 7 a.m. at the anchorage. Very nice. Excited to go to Bimini. I'm not going to ever escape and go to Freeport.
Many hours of sailing passed, and at the 16th or 17th hour, the weather started to get really bad and the wind increased and the waves slowly got bigger. As I made my way across the Great Bahama Bank, you could see the stars. Stars in the middle of the Great Bahama Bank are something to behold, but I could see black blobs blocking out the stars as a storm moved in towards me. It was in and around the 18th hour that I started to become really tired and sort of delirious. Started to question my own judgment and sort of nodded off. I mean, I was really tired. And then I started to hallucinate. I could see the lights of Florida in the distance, like the glow of the cities way off in the distance. But there was some clouds between my boat and Florida, and they started to look like islands. At one point, I tacked and thought there was literally a ship in front of me. And that's when I got a little scared, thinking, Jesus, I definitely should have stayed at Mackie Shoals and fell asleep. And then that's when a microburst hit, and a god-awful noise came on, and the wind knocked the boat right over, and I was broadsided by the huge swell, and a wave washed right over my boat, and water went down and into my saloon, all over my electrical equipment.
We're in Bimini. Holy, that took a lot of effort for me to do that sail. Oh, that's hot. To do that sail. Wow. So forgive me, guys. I'm not really in the mood to vlog right now. I'm just gonna get into Bimini and rest. I was at one point last night. I was beating into the wind, just trying to, and then I just eventually just dropped the hook because I was just too tired. So let's get into Bimini, and I need to get food. I'm absolutely out of provisions. I have nothing. I have like a tin of beans. That's it. So let's get into Bimini and rest up. So I was uploading a video and it was 93%, and I went back to the helm, and when I went back down, this thing was shut off. So this computer has finally had an issue. It's been solid the entire 6 years that I've had this computer, and it's lived here on the bulkhead, right here. I'm surprised it lasted that long. So I knew this was going to happen eventually, because when you run inverters with house power desktop computers, they don't like inverter power. So I bought the best inverter. I spent $500 American on it, and it's functioning, it's fine. I even had one of these special power surge thingies. Sorry, the fan's on there. It's really hot here in Bimini, in Bahamas. So I have a spare power supply, and I'm really hoping that'll fix it. If not, we're gonna have to go. We're going to the US anyway. I can order one on the internet, but that's why the video's not up this week, guys, because this is the type of shit that I've been dealing with. I mean, I appreciate all of the people that have said, you know what, we're gonna help Michael out, we're gonna send him a monthly donation. There's even $100 supporters on Patreon. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't know what I would do without you guys. So I'm not making a penny off this channel. Not one penny. In fact, I'm probably minus, I don't know, 30 grand at this point to bring you these videos. I'm not profiting from what I'm doing here. I do it out of passion. I love sailing. I love filmmaking. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So don't think that I'm out here and I'm like this YouTuber making money, and no, it's not like that at all. So I love problem solving. I love fixing things, and believe me, we are gonna fix this computer. So let's make it work.
Little piece of information for you. Go ahead and download Anchor Pro. It tells you when you're dragging. It's a great little app. I've used it the entire time I've sailed. It's very important. See that little green circle there? When your boat leaves that green circle, god awful noise and alarm kicks in and tells you when you're dragging. So download it right now.
Major storm. We made it through the first microburst, so I think we're okay. We're holding. I think we're gonna be fine. A lot of you in the comments are like, why don't you just stay in the Bahamas? You want to see why? Hurricane season. I mean, it just rains and it rains and it rains, and then it rains some more. Thunderstorms. Not fun. Everything is soaked. All my clothes. I don't have a dry anything. So anyway, we'll get through it. You know, there won't be any sun for like another week or two. I'm gonna take the risk and just get to Florida. You know, I could probably be out in the middle of this. I was gonna leave today. I'd be at sea right now. The problem with rain is that there's no wind. The rain knocks the wind off, right? So we'll try and leave Friday. So tomorrow is a prep day. Friday is a passage day. After a month in the Bahamas, it's time to take off. The last 2 weeks have been storm after storm, and some of the big systems on the boat has failed, and I need to go and to a place where I can get parts. So we are going to go back to the US tomorrow morning. Some of my friends over on the CAT over there are also going over to Palm Beach. I'm going to try for maybe Palm Beach, try for Fort Lauderdale, maybe even Fort St. Lucie. We'll see. It's all dependent. That's it, guys. Yeah, we're leaving the Bahamas tomorrow morning and crossing the Gulf Stream back into civilization. Last night here in Bimini, we just dragged anchor again. We got another thunderstorm coming in from that direction over there. Wow, big game clubs right there. So I figured I'd be all right. You know, I didn't see, there's a band of Storms. Thunderstorms coming in again. A huge one in the red. This time I didn't anchor over a grass patch with the Delta. I just found a good solid area where I'm pretty sure there's some rocks there too. And I put every single piece of my chain out, and then I put it in reverse once the anchor was set, twice for 30 seconds. We're not going anywhere, so hope that holds. I'm gonna keep the anchor alarm on, and hopefully we can make it out of here, survive, you know, the Bahamas here one more night. Jesus. All right, it's departure day. This boat is absolutely soaked. All my clothes, oh my God. You know, it has rained for 2 weeks, so it's time to get out of here. It's 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning right now. We're gonna head out of the entrance and go back to the US, thank God. I don't know if it's gonna be any drier there, but at least we can get situated, you know, get this boat sorted out, because here in the Bahamas, there's really nothing you can do here. So without further ado, let's go back to the US. We're taking our departure out of Bimini. Goodbye, Bimini. I'm not sure where we're gonna go yet. Maybe Fort Lauderdale, Port St. Lucie, I don't know. See what sort of angle we get. Anyway, it's not the greatest weather, as you can see. I have no choice. This is my only departure time. If I left, I'd have to wait another week here in Bimini. I can't do that right now, so. All right, let's get across to the US safely here. All right, good news. So the wind shifted out of the south, so we can get to Fort Lauderdale, and it is gusty out here. You know, I was really dreading having to go all the way to Palm Beach or Fort Pierce, because that would have taken like all night, right? We're gonna be in Fort Lauderdale at 4 p.m. We got thunderstorms rolling through. It's not a good time to be out here. All right, let's get into Fort Lauderdale and go to Lake Sylvia, anchor, and get this boat organized, get things fixed, and then we'll consider coming back out here. But for now, we're only 5 hours away from Fort Lauderdale, so that is a big relief. Okay, it's gusty, there's storms all around me. Going into the purple tonight. Pretty sure this was the right decision to come out here today, you know. So hopefully we'll be 5 hours, we'll be in Fort Lauderdale, and that'll be a big relief. There's my home away from home, Florida. I think we'll make it just fine. So we're gonna go into Fort Lauderdale. That's Fort Lauderdale right there. We'll go into Lake Sylvia, anchor, and I'm gonna dry this boat out and get everything sorted out. We should be there, I don't know, by sunset anyway. It's still 10 nautical miles away, so very happy to be back in the US. Now I gotta check in, so I'm gonna have to download the CBP Roam app and have a call with the government, Uncle Sam.
So there it was. Maybe 6 or 7 nautical miles off of Fort Lauderdale, when 2 ribs rigid inflatable Homeland Security boats pulled up behind me and slowly came over and signaled to me. Right away I noticed there was a film crew on one of them. That was kind of weird. They were like, "Can we come aboard?" And they came alongside. And the 2 officers, I think there was 4 on one boat and 6 on the other. 2 of the officers stepped off onto my boat, and suddenly I'm standing there with 2 men with guns at my helm, and they're like, "Michael, "Where's the drugs?" Literally said that. And I'm like flabbergasted. I'm like, dude. First of all, they wouldn't let me film, which I believe it was my First or Second Amendment to do so. First Amendment to do so. They were like, no, just don't worry about it right now. I'm like, I wanted to record the situation. So they, I showed them my documents and I gave them my passport. And, I literally, just as I had finished reporting on CBP Rome, they rolled right up to me. It was really weird. So they're asking me these questions and interrogating me. And if you know what type of person I am, I'm good under pressure, but not under this sort of pressure. And I felt maybe there was some nervous tics and they sort of picked up on it. I was just a bit chatty. Anyway, they both had mics on, so they were filming the entire thing for the Discovery Channel, an episode of Border Patrol. And there I am talking to these guys, and they seem really nice, but they were stern. And he's like, okay, I want to take a look down below. Can I look down below? I'm like, go ahead, man. I got nothing to hide. He goes down, starts searching through stuff. Remember, this boat's soaked. I was knocked over on the bank. I got tools everywhere. I'm standing there in my underwear, literally in a turquoise pair of underwear. And these guys are searching through my boat. He comes back up, and they start asking me more questions. And then he's like, let's go to the dock in Fort Lauderdale, where we're going to search you with dogs. And then, they searched me with dogs, and then everything was fine. All of a sudden, they became really nice, and they didn't find anything on my boat, because I'm not going to be an idiot and transport drugs. I mean, come on, guys. Never do that. You'll just get busted by Homeland Security. Thank you guys for being cool.
Take care.
Yes,
all right.
It was Mike, correct?
Yes.
All right, Mike.
These are the CBP guys. They just searched my boat. The dog went through. I was a little nervous at first. They boarded me about 7 nautical miles out. Wow, it's crazy. They got a camera crew here. You can check out my channel, Sailing EV on YouTube.
Hello.
All right. And it was Aaron. Awesome. Cool.
Safely made it.
Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next video, the CBP detained my vessel for another 3 weeks because I'm missing a document. So stick around for that video next week. If you really like these videos, join my Patreon down below. There's videos that are on Patreon that aren't on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around for next week to find out what happens as we head north. Captain Michael, signing out.